Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So we have successfully completed this course request, same origin policy. These are all the concepts we have learned it. Now I think as most of the experienced front-end developers or the back-end developers or the developers, they find it a little bit of difficulty or little bit of scared when they get error, these cars type of errors. Now I think by seeing these all the videos and all the things, now you will be feeling little bit of comfortable with this course. Now whenever you get a course request, now you can, by seeing that red color error and all those things, you will be able to analyze this one. What is the error and what is the thing I need to do? Or is it from the server side or from the front end side, like that? Fine. So now we have completed this course thing. Now it's time for us to move on to the project, to jump into the project. So now I will be creating a node server. So in order to have the Ajax is only the one part only. So that means the front end part only. So that's the part one, something like that. So making a request and how the server handles the response and all those things, it is the second thing. As a front end developer and all those things, it is also a must and should to learn about this node server and the backend, how it works, so that you can become a full stack developer. So let's try to create the node server. I will try to do one by one. We'll create the routes for API endpoints and all those things. Let's try to have a CRUD operations or something like that. So for this one, what I will be trying to do is, so here is our course project, and here I am creating a new folder. So let's make this one as a server. So I am having this one server where all the Node.js code will be in this one. I will create another folder, something like front end, and we'll have it, the Ajax calls and all those things. So fine, we got the server, and here for creating a node project and all those things, normally what we'll try to do is first we'll try to initialize the project. Okay, so that the package.json file will be created automatically. So npm init, so it will ask you some series of questions. So it is asking you some series of questions. Let's click on, press enter one by one. So we got this one all. So now if I press enter, so a package.json file will be created automatically. So this is all the meta information, or what we can say is metadata about the project. Now I am using the Express framework for doing the server side. So if you want to do using the Node.js code and all those things, using the HTTP module, native module and all those things, means we can do it, not a problem. But Express makes our lives easier to write the code pretty fast. So that is the reason I am installing the Express framework. So npm install Express. When you press enter, so it will try to install this Express framework. So when you so after installing this Express framework, a new folder will be created with the name node_modules. Okay, and in this one you'll be able to see lot more modules will be there, which are all the dependencies for the Express. And if you try to see here you'll be able to find the Express file. Okay, so this is the Express where these all the things are dependencies. So this is the node modules. So these are all modules for the Node.js. You can think something like a jQuery library, like that. So now we install the Node Express. Now we need to create an entry point for this one. Oh, we have created outside the node module, so it should not be here. Let's delete this one all. Let's go to the what I can say, and in this delete permanently. So whether this one is present, so these all are created outside. So this is all my mistake. So let me do these all the things. Actually we can move automatically. I will do again this one all. So let's just create it. Oh sorry, again I'm doing the same thing. So we need to go to the server. Okay, inside the server I will create this npm init. Let's just initialize this one again. So I have created this one. So let's install this Express framework also. Here is this Express framework. Yeah, so in the server I am trying to do these all the things, not in outside the server. So why? Because this all the server code relies in this folder, right? So we got the node modules, fine. And now we need to have an entry point. So some people will be having server.js, some people will be having express.js, some people will be having app.js. So anything, so any name. So this is the entry file for us in the app.js. First we need to include the Express. So require of Express. Okay, so I have included this Express. Now what I need to do, so let's to have this one settings. Okay, so in this settings workspace I can have this one around, what I can say, 30, so that we can able to see very clearly. Yeah, so Express, require Express. Now we need to start the server. So initialize the Express framework. So app is equal to Express. Now we need to have a host name. Host name is equal to 127.0.1, so it's nothing but a local host, and the constant port you can have, so that is nothing but 3000. Okay, now app dot listen to the port, okay, sorry, to the port and also to the host name, so which we, oh sorry, this is wrong, host name. So when this successfully listening, so we will be starting console.log server is listening with in host dollar of host name with port. If you want, you can add it. So port, that's it. So now we have created a simple, this one let's remove it. Yeah, so we have created a simple, so now the server is starting. So now when the user, so let's create a route. So when the user comes to the home page, okay, so you will be having a request and a response, and here you can write response.send. So I will try to tell you about this one. H1 home page and node is running. Okay, so I am creating it like this. So in order to run this one node.js, so what we need to do, so we know that we need to start npm, sorry, node app.js. Okay, so let's try to start this one. So we are able to see that server is listening in the portal. So if you go here and if you start localhost plus 3000, so we are starting 3000, right? So now we are able to see home page and node is running. So far so good, fine. So we have started our server, everything is working fine. Now I want to tell you, so if you try to use this response.end, then also it will work. So let's try to restart this one again. So then also this one will work. If you try to see here, so node homepage, then also this one is working. What is the reason? What is the difference between this response.send and response.end? I will tell you. So right now we are feeling very comfortable with the headers and all those things, right? So let's try to see about this one. If I try to use this response.send and I use this one, okay, now if I use this one, if you go into this here and if I refresh this page and it's pending, oh sorry, yeah, if I try to refresh this page, refresh this one again, yeah, now we are able to get here. So when I use this response.send, if you try to see the local host and in the response headers, the server response headers, you are able to see that a special header, not special header, a header has been attached. That content type is text/html, which is, this one is an HTML, fine. So now that means the server can able to append the response header content type HTML based on the, what I can say is based on the content what we are trying to send it. For example, let's say that I am trying to send a JSON message, hello world. Okay, now I am trying to send the JSON. So now if I try to show you, if I try to see here, so now if you see here, so this one is converted into JSON, and here if you try to see the local host, and the content type has now been changed to application/JSON. So that means the node server, the response.send, before sending the output to the client, so it will be able to analyze the content type, what is the content type we are trying to send it, and it will append this header content type thing. And also you will be able to see another news header, that is e tag. So you are able to see this one is the e tag. So this one, there is no need to worry about this one. So this is nothing but what I can say is it's a cached thing. So it is a what I can say is it's a well formed cache thing, so that if the content is not changed and all those things, instead of going to the server, going to the server and getting back the full data, so it will take care of this cached thing and it will return the cached data. So this is about the cached thing. Whereas if you try to send with a response.end, okay, I am trying to send with a response.end, and here if you try to send h1 and hello world, okay, we will try to send with hello world. Now let's try to restart the server. So now if you try to send with the response.end, then what will happen is, so now here if you see here, the response address, we are not able to see the e tag and also the content type. So we are not able to estimate this one. So now when I am trying to send here the JSON data in the response.end, okay, so I'm trying to send the JSON data response.end. Now here if you try to see the output, sorry, let's restart the server. Now if you try to see the output, and here if you try to refresh this page, now you got an error. Why? Because it is not able to estimate the content type of this one. So it is thinking that content type is text/HTML and we are sending the JSON data. So that is the reason it is throwing an error. So here response.end, so doesn't so it will directly send to the browser without having anything, whereas response.send will analyze the content and it will send it. And also, for example, if you try to send here hello, okay, just hello, text string hello, so what it will try to see, so here you'll be able to see, oh sorry, we need to, so here, yeah, so here if you try to see, the fonts family and all those things has been changed here. So if you try to see, a pre has been added to this one, and the font family, monospace, these all the things have been added. So the how it is trying to mimic the Visual Studio font which you are trying to use it. And whereas if you try to use this send hello, so it will try to use the HTML itself. So if you try to see here, now if I try to refresh this page, now the hello will be different. Okay, so let's try to see. Still it is having, so okay, I didn't save it. So now if I try to stop this one and if I try to use it, now if you see the hello, this one is hello is a different font, right? If I try to refresh this page, now hello is changed to the HTML thing. So here see, if you will be able to see the hello, so it will take the HTML body, family size and all those things. So these are some of the changes will be there, whereas the response.end and response.send, I want to tell you the difference between this one before proceeding. So that is the reason I am telling you. So this is all about this one. So we have started our node server and we are ready to set up, and in the next video we'll try to define the routes and we'll try to do it. Hope you understood about this one. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video, and if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.